So the first 12 minutes, that was a bit of a concern probably for you in that game, but you dominated the rest of the way, and I'd almost say that was the best performance all season, probably for the last 28 minutes of that game.
I agree. It's been coming, and the areas that are of concern from us, this team does it, I think, better than any team in the league. Offensive rebound, they crash the glass, they move the ball and make you guard in the half court, and that's been our weakness, and they've exposed it twice. And tonight, the game started the same way. 3-point shots uncontested, offensive rebounds, second opportunities, down 17-10, timeout, addressed it. It's something that we talked about leading into this. No tolerance for anything else, but attention to that. And I think from that point, we were on the mark. The plays they made were tough plays, and the things they do really well, moving the ball, cutting, rebounding, physicality, playing with heart, we haven't been able to match it. And tonight we did, and with the talent that we have, if we do that, we're going to have a good performance. And as you said, tonight was probably all the way around our best team effort.
You had a lot of guys step up, but AC's performance, that was a pretty special performance for you to.
Sorry, Matt, can you help me?
Yeah, I think all of them. We've got 4 offensive guys that we're trying to blend, and this thing has been about sacrifice. And I think AC and Xavier have been the most affected, and I think both of them are starting to find their way within the group with the ball and the ball not sticking. So he gets on the offensive glass, he plays the defense up the floor. He gets, he's like a Justin Simon aspect to it, and maybe more of an offensive figure for us. And then AC, same thing, distributing the ball, moving the ball instead of sitting on the ball. And both of those things and both of those guys, it's been an important adjustment, and I think they're starting to find it.
Sorry guys, can we just point this out? We need to get this back in place. Apologies, we'll leave. Back up that way. Sorry, go ahead, please.
You must be feeling like you're building some momentum now as well. Last time you lost to these guys, things were a little bit delicately placed, but these last couple of games have been really impressive.
Yeah, we're definitely understanding the situation, and the evaluation of your season isn't after 8 games or 9 games or 10 games, especially when you've got all these new pieces. And I think I've been fairly patient and been constant with my theme, with the media, with the team, with the community. It's going to take some time. And but I've said all along, through the bad play, through the problems, we've been a team, and they've worked hard on the day-to-day, and that culture we built last year is growing, and it's there. And now it's, with pressure against us like it was last year, all of these games, we're playing games that matter. And our character, our culture of our organization is starting to grow. And this is year 2. So whatever happens, I love the group I've got, and I know they're going to play hard, and we're going to continue to improve.
And Sam, can I just ask you, what was the feeling in the playing room when early in the second quarter you were down, I think it was 32-21. What was the feeling then, and how did you turn it around? Because it was a pretty remarkable dominance after that moment.
I think AC led that one from the front. He's such a high energy guy. He gets up the floor. He got into the pickup. We got a couple stops in a row, and then we hit some big shots. I think JJ hit 2 threes, and then Timmy might have hit one. And I mean, before you know it, you're back level with them. And then we just kind of kept that energy, and AC led from the front there, and everyone kind of lifted with him. And we came strong through the end, and then they just couldn't keep up with us.
And Gorge, last one from me. It was a bit unfortunate what happened there on the buzzer. It looked like Scott obviously took offence to what AC was doing. Well, you were in the middle of it. What was your take on that situation?
Love my guy. My guys wanted this bad. They felt a little bit, you know, with all the fist pumping and stuff after the game was over. I think it was just, you know, there was so much emotion for this. And, you know, I love my kid. He was just, you know, showing support, and just, you know, now the shoe's on the other foot. And on the flip side, I've known Scott Roth, I said, for a long period of time, and he's right now the best coach in this. He's got the most out of his team, and there's respect there. It's just a little bit of to and fro, handshake when it's settled down, and we go about our business. But nothing but respect for the JackJumpers and the season they're having, and Scott Roth, but also love my kid and understand how our guys have had their face rubbed in this thing a bit too along the way, about we're the best team in this thing, what's wrong with the Hawks, hog ball, chemistry problems. After every team beats us, they jump around and dance around. We're finally getting a little momentum, and, you know, we haven't had this all year. Come in the locker room, hug each other, jump up and down. I'm not going to take that away from them. So I love my guys, understand the Scott Roth situation, but again, nothing but respect. We move on.
Gorge, it's Matt. Just a question around their small ball. It was an issue for you in the previous couple of games, but tonight, did you feel like you had a better plan to deal with it, and the guys executed a lot better, particularly in those last 3 quarters?
I think Tim Conrad's been huge as that part, and then then AC starting to play some 4. It's been a learning. He's had to change everything, and we were uncomfortable teach him in another position. But now we can play him in the 4, and we can go small as well. And the other flip to this, and it's the last, I mean, it's become part of this league, we're starting to get advantage of having our 2 bigs out there as well. So every time, going to the 2 games against Perth, every time we've had the big lineup against, we've got manhandle, just monster, just beat all over the floor. The last month, we're starting to get value when they go small out of our 2 bigs. And then again, Tim Conrad and AC have been influential that we can match that when we need to.
The last 2 games, with the exception of maybe the first quarter of this one, the guys have played with what I probably you call requisite intensity. Particularly, it was a playoff-like atmosphere on Thursday, and it's probably a playoff-like atmosphere tonight. Do you feel like the guys are really starting to get it and understand what's required to make kind of a push to the playoffs? Completely,
and there's an advantage, like I said, Matt, of last year. When you've been constant losers and been bottom of the ladder, you need to play in important games and get an understanding, and we learned that last year. We had our struggles last year, but we stayed together, and they understood. And the guys that have been there last year, guys like AJ, guys like Emmett Nahr that haven't played, are coming to practice, bringing it, making our guys play hard, talking about it all the time. So the point you're talking about, I don't have to say much. It's coming from a lot from our leadership group and an understanding from what took place last year.
And just finally from me, you talked about people questioning you constantly about the losses and so forth, and you get an opportunity to probably shut a few people up next week going to Melbourne. That's a team, obviously, you've had some problems with. I mean, how much are you looking forward to that matchup and moving forward once again?
It's just one game at a time, and I just thought it was ridiculous to put that tag on us at the start of this season. You know, the best team in it, they're going to win the championship. I just thought I didn't take, and I stopped listening from that point. but through the media, through these interviews, I'm in, you know, what family says, what people say, there's this, you know, and I'm like, wow. It's a process. We're not going to go. You look at a Perth organization, you look at a Melbourne organization, that takes time. And I just like what we're doing with the Hawks and where this thing's going on and off the court, regardless of how it ends up. And the show is what goes on the court. And, you know, we haven't been perfect, but we've stayed together and we're continuing to grow.
Right, thanks, Matt.
Thank you.